This is so kind. Selena Gomez has reacted to her former boyfriend, clearly taking care of his wife, amidst a serious fitness subject for Hailey Baldwin. The footages that are now going viral on social media depict the infant singer going above and past and taking care of his wife. It is viewed the state of affairs that Selena Gomez's said motion is now additionally making rounds on social media. The love triangle between Selena, Hailey and Justin continues to get greater fascinating as the warfare couple can now be viewed happy together for once. So how precisely has this scenario developed over the previous couple of days? And the place did matters go from here? Let's locate out in this video. For these questioning what certainly occurred to Hailey, first Earl Baldwin of beauty enthusiasts unite with Kendall Jenner and Evan Booker. This may make it show up that Justin Bieber has usually had the high-quality intentions for his wife, which ought to be true, however matters did now not show up like this a few months ago. However, we are going to get again to that later. It might not be incorrect to say that in the course of this time, Hailey Bieber's husband is viewed doing the whole lot in his powers to be a supportive partner, much less than a month after she had a blood clot in her brain. Justin continues to be very defensive of Hailey and is retaining a shut-eye on her, a supply shut to the singer exclusively. Shared with the news. They're very shaken up, however, making an attempt to go ahead one day at a time. This weekend, they desire to spend some time getting out and taking part in themselves. It used to be on March 20th, when Justin and Hailey went out for dinner with Kendall Jenner and her boyfriend Phoenix Sun, taking pictures shield Evan Booker at Giorgio Baldi in Santa Monica, California. Justin and Hailey desire to get out after spending a quiet week at domestic. The supply shared a desire to take her to a first-class dinner and for her to spend time with shut friends. It used to be simply what they needed. And they had a quality time. Hailey, who's presently 25, has disclosed on Instagram on March 12 that she was once hospitalized and receiving remedy for a blood clot in her brain. While she was once in a position to recover in a be counted of hours, the episode had taken her totally by using surprise, though this was once actually one of the scariest moments I've ever had. I'm domestic now and doing well. And I'm so grateful to all the tremendous medical doctors and nurses who took care of me. She wrote, thank you to anybody who's reached out with properly desires and worries, and for all the help and love. It was once pretty quickly after this that Justin addressed the fitness scare all through his Justice World Tour overall performance in Denver. The 12 months historic, well known that the ordeal had been horrifying in between performances of his largest singles. You know, it is type of loopy how existence randomly throws you curveballs, he shared with the crowd on March 16. You be aware of we cannot honestly manage much. She's okay. She's good. She's strong. But it is been scary. You know, like it is been surely scary. But I recognize for a reality that God has her in the palm of his hand, and it really is a accurate thing. Since then, Hailey has again to the crowd to see her husband operate, which includes his huge finale. Anyone which he typically devoted to his wife. She's out there somewhere. Before continuing, I invite you to like, to share and especially to subscribe if you are not yet, and to the bell of notification to preserve the preservation of the new videos to come. Thank you, Justin stated in the preceding show. She hates me when I put her on the spot. She's probable over there blushing. She likely hates me proper now. But I love her. I love you so a lot, baby. Over the years, Hailey and Justin have had an extremely bumpy relationship. While the couple showcases nothing however love for every different all their social media handles, it turns into enormously clear via lots of their interactions that the two may additionally now not have been on the satisfactory phrases over the years. For these unaware, let's have a rapid sneak peek at some of the moments that confirmed a deteriorating relationship between Hailey, first Earl Baldwin of beauty, and Justin Bieber. It wasn't too lengthy in the past that the couple used to be caught in an uncomfortable trade of words. And that too in the front of all their followers observing them live. That's the mentality. Hailey Bieber had spoke back to Justin Bieber after he replied, "Pay attention to me, woman." This used to be accompanied by way of a very awkward 1 to 2 minute segments in which the two went stay on Instagram and study the fan remarks simply right away as quickly as she decides to say something, claiming that the inquiry used to be "It's my Lyme disorder," says the narrator. Hailey solutions that she too had assisted him, which is why she was once talking to Chortle for a couple of seconds in the course of the video. However, it used to be very clear that it was once getting wildly uncomfortable. Hailey first Earl Baldwin of Bewdley and her husband Justin Bieber had additionally pretty lately spoken with Vogue for their March difficulty cowl story in which they mentioned their marriage. The component is, "Marriage is very hard. That's the sentence you ought to lead with. It's in reality tough," she'd stated in the course of the dialogue. However, it was once observed that Hailey may also have been inserting unreasonable limits on Justin Bieber in their marriage to start with. The two referred to that they would chorus from having intercourse till they had been married. Everyone is aware of that. Justin was once no longer the one who observed that guiding principle in his marriage. Justin had been accused of napping with Selena and others at some point of his previous relationship, but that factor in his existence fever was once extra than 12 months into a length of self-imposed celibacy which he'd imposed on himself to deal with his issues of intercourse, as he known as it, or possibly as Vogue's Rob Haskell put it, his addiction. He used abstinence to attempt and sense nearer to God. He would not ask us no longer to have intercourse for him due to the fact he wishes regulations and stuff. Bieber stated in the interview, "He is like, I'm attempting to guard you from damage and pain. I suppose intercourse can motive a lot of pain. Sometimes humans have intercourse due to the fact they do not sense suitable ample due to the fact they lack self-worth. Women do that and guys do that. I desire to rededicate myself to God in that way, due to the fact I truly felt it used to be higher for the circumstance of my soul." Bieber now supposedly speaking about his personal trip and that he was once non-secular now. But that did not end human beings from speculating that it used to be Hailey Bieber who was once distinctly religious in this marriage. So there may be an article going round about how Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber abstained from intercourse earlier than they had been married. But the article is loaded with clearly spiritual stuff, like you get rewarded for correct conduct with the aid of abstaining from sex. People had been having a truly tough time believing the phrases coming from Justin's mouth, or something he certainly believed in. I agree with that. God blessed me with Hailey as a result. When Justin Bieber used to be requested about superb conduct, he used these remarks in the interview. He used to be actually greater than equipped to go away the chastity in the previous, as soon as he obtained that blessing, as Justin noted, that their reconnection made him understand how tons he genuinely cherished and missed Taylor. However, it was once characterized through theft. Haskell is subsequently getting to have sex. What do you suppose about the revival of love between Hailey first Earl Baldwin of Bewdley and Justin Bieber after her fitness scare? Do share your ideas in the remarks below. Thank you for your good attention.